Welcome to the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And Coach, Tigers with a couple of games this past week. Let's start with Saturday afternoon. You took on the team that is now the number one team in the country, the Cougars of Houston, in a tough ball game. And two teams that play a very similar style of basketball. You're down 5 points with 8:50 to go in the game. You were giving that crowd a little nervousness. I mean, they were loud all afternoon, but all of a sudden they started getting quiet because 8:50 to go, their team is in a battle with your Towson Tigers.
Yeah, good opportunity for us. I like how we held up physically, defensively on the glass. Houston responded down the stretch like the championship program that they are. And then hopefully we've learned some things. Our game prep execution slipped a little bit, and we had some turnovers that really hurt us. Some of that has to do with Houston. Some of that's just some things we've got to get better at.
You were even on the boards at the end of the game, but for most of the game you had an advantage on the boards. I don't think there are going to be too many teams that are going to out-rebound the Houston Cougars over the course of the year.
No, their identity, their habits, their culture, whatever, they defend and they rebound, and then they really take care of the ball. So it's a great challenge. I really like our group defensively on the glass, and I believe we get there with execution, ball security. We have a chance to become a really good basketball team.
Jack Dumbia had a great game for you on Saturday afternoon against the Cougars. Kind of tell us what you think he really brings to this program.
I told him at halftime last night of the game that I just expect a lot out of you because you can do some things, like a lot of really good things, but sometimes you look like you're in cruise control. But he's good. He works really hard. He's an easy guy to coach. He's a great teammate. Comes from a good family. I wish we got him earlier in his career. He's going to have a really, really good year for us.
And he's going to face his old school, Norfolk State, in a couple of days, which we'll talk about in a minute. Last night you took on Wilson College, a Division III school that's only been around for 10 years, but has been to the NCAA tournament twice, which a lot of credit to that program for what they've been able to do in a short period of time. What do you get out of that game?
Well, I mean, we played the right way. We defended, we rebounded. I thought we shared the ball, and we were able to get some guys some opportunity. And some of those guys, like Jaden Cole and Ryan Conway, thought Abdu did a good job. So they deserve more opportunity, and we've got to try to get them in the mix. So I thought that piece was good for us. It's a little tricky. We need home games, so it takes two to tango, and we've made more an investment than we've ever had in getting some home games. Look, last night Morgan State and UMBC played. We would have loved to play either of those two teams, but like I said, it takes two to tango, and it's hard to get games. And it was probably a good time to play that game. When you come back from Houston, you feel it a little bit. You were on our flight. We didn't get back here till 3 a.m. That takes a couple days to get over that.
It does. You like you said, you got good performances last night from Ryan Conway and from Jaden Cole. How long does it take you to feel solid with your rotations?
That's a great question. I don't.
Does it vary from year to year?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that at 100% varies year to year. This is we've got 12 guys right now that are capable of playing, helping us, and that deserve that. The tough thing is that it's not going to happen for every guy every night. So I do feel for that, but like I like to say sometimes, if Kirby Smart said, if you want to make everyone happy, sell ice cream, right? That's unfortunately. What we try to do is we want to try to reward guys that deserve it. Some of it's game planning. Some of it's just how do guys continue to get closer to what they want. And then, we do have a couple of established guys that I trust based on their talent, their work, and their experience. So we've got a lot of work to do on that end of the floor. I do think if we can keep everyone afloat and healthy and getting better, our our depth can be a major, major asset for us.
All right, well, you're going to put that depth to the test on Friday night when Norfolk State comes into CQ Arena. And by the way, great student body turnout on Tuesday night against Wilson College.
Yeah, it was excellent. Really, really appreciative of our students coming out. They were loud. They were having fun.
They really enjoy your son.
I heard that. I heard that. We have good giveaways, so that's been good. We're expecting a big, big crowd on Friday. I think the one thing we all know, like our transition defense has to be at a championship level. Our students need to be at a championship level. How we travel, everything, how we lift, right? That's what it takes to be a championship level team. That's our expectation.
Well, Norfolk State comes in. They've lost their last 2 games, both by 3 points, on the road at William & Mary and on the road at Old Dominion. So, and this is a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year. So they are not.
And they're picked to win their league again.
Right. Yeah. So this is not a slouch team coming in here. This is a solid mid-major program.
No, very good team. Robert Jones has done an excellent job coaching them. They'll change defenses. They run a lot of intricate things on offense. They're very good. They're a postseason team. You know, Kid Jamison and Jenkins and Taylor can all really, really score the basketball. So this is a good opportunity. This is certainly a team that would win a lot of games in our conference. You know, our ball security and then our ability to stop them will be tested.
You know, and the William & Mary game was a high-scoring game. They lost by 3. The Old Dominion game was a very low-scoring game. They lost by 3, so they can play at either pace.
I think it's a sign of why they're a good team. They can play against really anybody, and they can compete against anybody.
All right, so the Tigers will take on Norfolk State Friday night, 7 o'clock, CQ Arena. Hope you can make it out. It will be an exciting night. And by the way, congratulations on the conference championship banner being unveiled last night.
Let's hope we can get a couple more.
Just remember what Confucius said.
What did he say?
Life is simple. Man makes it complicated.
Very good, Spiro.
There you go. All right. 7 o'clock, Friday night, the Tigers in Norfolk State. If you can't make it out, Jimmy Patsos and I will have it for you on Monumental Sports and Flow Sports. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry, who's going to make things simple, I'm Spiro Marikas. Thanks for tuning in.